Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So today's adventure is the Royal Gorge Bridge. We just got through doing the skyline. He almost lost it. He's back there behind me. And now we're doing the Royal Gorge. So we're inside the visitor center and we're watching a video about certain activities that you can do here. You got the zip line, you got a gondola, you got the bridge. You know, they used to be able to go down into the gorge. I don't see that anymore. Maybe they took that away. But there are the prices if you're curious. Ages 0 to 2 is free, 3 to 11 is 30, 12 and up is 35 bucks. Oh, let me see, fix this. Oh, there we are. Williams blocking the view. Royal Gorge, Colorado. So, $35. Again, William left me with the bill. And so the gondola is not working today. Says it's extremely windy. There's a zip line over there. There's some kind of theater. And so all we're going to do is walk the bridge. But I remember going down into the gorge back when I came here in the 86 or so. There was like an elevator or something that took you down there. All right, so now we're coming down steps over to an overlook. There's just before the bridge and the Royal Gorge. I am filming William in the background. He keeps mumbling something that it's unaudible. Oh, look, there it is. That is the elevator that I took back in the 80s.
Looks like it hasn't been used in years.
And you rode all the way down. Why'd they stop doing that? That was such a neat thing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was, you know, correct about that I rode down in like an elevator and it was glass. And you would ride down there, but I guess that's something that went away at some point. So here's some information on the gorge. Apparently this dude over here, Lieutenant Zelbone M. Pike and his men. I wonder if that's related to Pikes Peak. I bet you it's the same guy that just went on top of Pikes Peak. They traveled through here in the area in November and December of 1806 and were the first American explorer to view the Arkansas River Canyon, now known as the Royal Gorge. A small party of Major Stephen Long expedition visited the mouth of the canyon in 1820. Did members of Lieutenant John Freeman expedition in 1845. I don't send that. Okay. In 1978, a right-of-way through the Royal Gorge became the focal a bitter struggle between the Denver and the Rio Grande and the whatever. Anyway, the bridge was built in 1929 and it's exactly 1,053 feet. As bored, if you want to just pause the video and read it yourself, you can do it that way too. I got bored. Anyway, it's been here a long time. 1929, this bridge, 1,053 feet. Just another lookout, another view of the bridge. Might use this for my thumbnail. This is right next to the sign. There's a little place where you can walk out. I don't know if y'all can hear the sound of the echo of the train. Sounds pretty good. Back in the 80s when I was here, there was a train. I remember the train. I wasn't sure if it still went through here, but evidently it does go through here. So I noticed on the bridge that they still have the flags of the states, but I was wondering, does anybody know what the X on that flag is signifies? Is that some kind of territory? I don't know what state that is. Like if the gorge wasn't terrifying enough, they actually swing over it too. There's a swing, a zip line, and a gondola. All right, so we're going across the bridge now. I don't know, but I think when I came here in the 80s, you were allowed to like maybe drive a car across, I think. Or maybe this was a car bridge or not, or it's always just been a tourist. I know in the 80s, I think I remember seeing cars drive across here. I remember the train, I remember the elevator going down, and I thought there was a car. Okay, so we're actually walking across the Arkansas River. Is down below 1,000 and whatever feet it said it was. Oh yeah, it's way down there. So there's whitewater rafting. I actually did some of that. Not through here though, but on the Arkansas River. I remember doing some whitewater rafting. And it was fun. It's a good time. That's something that we should have done, William.
You could still do it.
Holy crap. I had no idea Alabama's flag was like that. I wonder what it stands for. The Delaware flag.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there's the train, and you can see this is the sightseeing train. This is not the regular commercial train. You know, this is a sightseeing train. As you can see, there's an upper deck where you can sit up there and ride through the gorge. That would be a nice little ride. It's big. That can hold a lot of people. You know, I would think it would be like 3 cars or something. This is an actual long train. And just the time that we've been here, we've seen 2 trains go through here. That's beautiful. Now, for those who have anxiety, again, not a place to be, and also the bridge sways. Like we're standing right here, and it's going up and down swaying. It's not like swaying left or right, but it is swaying with the wind, and whenever those golf carts go through here too, it sways a little bit, but it's swaying mostly because the wind is blowing the bridge. You know, what I'm finding a little interesting is these state flags. I see this flag, I would think, oh, it's some England or some European country, medieval country. No, it's Maryland. So I guess these flags were developed way back then, and when we were part of that country, and now we're not. But I'm just surprised at some of the flags. You know, they say they shut the gondola down because of the wind. It doesn't seem that windy. Yeah, look at these flags. It doesn't seem that windy. So maybe they'll restart them. But that's not included with the general admission. All you get with general admission is to walk the bridge and go across the bridge and come back across. So just a little sightseeing view. But there it is.
Tell them what we're doing.
Go ahead. What are you saying, William?
I'm amazed at how these things are built. It doesn't seem secure, but if you take a look at how it's built, this cable is just flowing into here as a hook, and it being held by this
bolts.
Yeah.
And this is built in the 20s. I wonder if this is the original.
And then this is the clamp.
Cabling.
And this is just the clamp.
Yeah,
And
but there's
over.
like I said, there's probably 300, 400 of these same clamps that attaches to the bridge on both sides of the bridge, and it's probably super high grade cables and materials, and maybe they've actually have been replaced since the 20s. I don't know, but here's like a
fix.
a repair, I guess, where they bind and this almost feels like copper. It's like there's no rust on it. It's just super smooth. Like you can run your finger across it and it doesn't feel jagged or anything.
And you wouldn't be able to cut through this. it's just solid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do one at a time, but
Yeah.
it's just amazing how they do this.
Yeah. It's a strong bridge. I mean, it does move, but what else are you gonna? How you gonna span this enormous
Yeah.
gap?
To the bottom,
Yeah.
Time.
So William was just explaining about the San Francisco Bridge, or what? Did you watch a documentary on it?
Gate Bridge,
Yeah.
Documentary. There's constant maintenance.
Yeah, but it's way bigger than this. But yeah.
Bigger, but it's the same concept as we saw.
Yeah.
They coat the wires with a special paint or coating that protects them from erosion, and they have to do that every however many years. And the bolts, they get rusty as well, and they're painting them and replacing.
Yeah,
them.
I know. I've seen some. There's a lot of videos on the Golden Gate Bridge of all the maintenance going on, the painting and the people like dangling way out there just with a paintbrush and just going along painting the bridge.
Well,
Like,
didn't you do stuff like that for the Alamo Dome?
no.
But you would do extra.
Yeah, but I wasn't doing hanging off the edge or nothing like that.
But you're same concept. It's a maintenance thing where you have to make sure the concrete's not cracking.
Yeah.
And have the whole thing collapse on you.
Yeah. And there's the home state, Texas, the Lone Star State. Don't tell nobody, but it's the best state. So here's the two attaching points where all the cabling go, and I'm sure there's one on the other side. I wonder how many miles of cabling it took.
See how they can replace parts of it and not the whole, like over there it looked like just one big, but so they'll start replacing these as the years go by, and they'll pull them out and actually pull them out through the whole thing
And just feed it all the way through?
Yeah.
That take forever. Nah, come on.
Yeah. Well, that's how you replace them, and specifically designed like this so they can replace them one at a time,
And then it just comes back here and anchors down to concrete. A concrete. I guess this concrete is probably bigger than what it looks exposed to the ground. It probably goes deep in the ground, so it's really anchored in there.
Yeah.
And they put some.
That's a lot of weight.
They put some rocks and decorations on it to make it look kind
How much
of.
weight is that just pulling on this?
Yeah. A lot of tension. And this is not that big of a bridge compared to, let's say, the Golden Gate Bridge. That's a monster. I think, how many miles across that? It's huge. So on the other side of the visitor center, there's a barbecue place here, the theater. There is a kiddie park up there, playland. It looks pretty good. The gondola, you got the swing. I haven't seen nobody zip line, but I guess they're not doing it because of the wind, which I don't understand. Because look at these flags; they're not even blowing. So I think they should reopen at least today. And there's a viewpoint way up on the top. They say it's worth going to go see. I think we got our money's worth. Well, I don't know about the money's worth, but somebody's got to pay for this stuff. So there's a close-up view of the swingers. I just never think that was ever going to be fun for someone. I guess certain people just thrill seekers. I just don't see that as fun for me. To be terrified. Well, it looks like they got the gondolas working. You can see them there. That's an additional 35 or 40 bucks. Oh, look, and they're coming the other way. Yeah, so I guess they finally realized it's safe to run the gondolas. And also every now and then there's helicopter. Where's the helicopter guy? There it is. There's the helicopter ride too.
I think they're testing those.
And they also got the zip line guys going for it too. All the way across. All right, so from the Royal Gorge Bridge, I'll gonna shut the video off, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, I'm gonna a little bit. I'm gonna add to end the video. Look at this. So that old piece down there is the actual original piece down there, and then in 1983 is all replaced. But they left that in there, that old piece, so you could see what it looked like. And this was replaced in 83, which would be 3 years before I came here. So it's been in there installed. So that's just a little bit more information on the bridge. All right, now it's the end of the video. Bye.